Imagine lying on a cold hospital bed, being told your heart is failing and you have no way to pay for the surgery that could save you. But just as hope fades, the most prestigious surgeon in the country walks in, looks at your name, and begins to tremble. This is the incredible power of life-changing kindness. Decades ago, a humble teacher performed a life-changing kindness for a boy who had nothing, never realizing that her life-changing kindness would literally come back to save her life when she needed it most. Stay until the end, because this story proves that a single life-changing kindness can create a miracle years later. Before we dive deeper into this moving journey of life-changing kindness, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us share more stories that heal the soul. Our story begins in the 90s, in a tiny mountain town where the roads turned to mud every rainy season. Mrs. Elena was a teacher who didn't care about luxury. She cared about souls. She practiced life-changing kindness every day in a 2-room schoolhouse with a tin roof. Among her students was Leo, a boy with holes in his shoes and clothes so patched you couldn't see the original fabric. He lived with his elderly grandmother in a wooden shack, surviving on whatever they could find. Have you ever had a teacher or a mentor who believed in you when no one else did? Tell us their name and what they did for you in the comments below. We love reading your personal stories. Leo was brilliant, but he was silent. He would hide his hands because he didn't have a pencil. He would look away when it was time to take notes because he didn't have a notebook. Seeing his shame was a knife to Elena's heart. She knew that without help, his intelligence would be buried by poverty. This is where her first act of life-changing kindness began to take root. One afternoon, after all the other children had run home, Mrs. Elena called Leo to her desk. With her own tiny salary, money she usually sent to her own aging mother, she bought him 3 thick notebooks, a box of pencils, and a sharpener. It wasn't just stationery, it was a passport to a new life. This life-changing kindness moved Leo to tears. She told him, "Don't pay me back with money, Leo. Pay me back by becoming the person I know you can be." If this story of life-changing kindness is touching your heart, please subscribe and hit that like button right now. We upload stories like this to remind you that there is still light in the world. To Leo, those notebooks were sacred. He would write in tiny letters to make the paper last longer, fearing that once they were gone, his dream would end. But Elena noticed. Every time a notebook was nearly full, a new one would mysteriously appear on his desk. This consistent, life-changing kindness taught Leo that he was worthy of an education, even when the world told him he was invisible. But the town was harsh. Other kids bullied Leo for his rags. One day, they threw his bag into a river. Leo sat on the bank crying, watching his only hope float away. Elena found him there, walked into the cold water herself to retrieve the bag, and spent the evening drying the pages with a small iron. Her life-changing kindness wasn't just about buying things, it was about protecting his dignity at all costs. Do you believe that a teacher's influence can truly change the course of a person's entire life? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to know if you think teachers are the real heroes. As Leo grew, the challenges became harder. When it was time for high school, the nearest school was 3 hours away. Leo had no money for the bus or a place to stay. Seeing his dream slipping away, Mrs. Elena performed another life-changing kindness. She called her mother in the city and arranged for Leo to stay in a tiny back room, paying for his meals out of her own pocket for years. She chose to wear the same old, thinning shoes for a decade, just so Leo could have a roof over his head. She skipped her own meals some nights, telling herself she wasn't hungry, just so she could send Leo $5 extra for a medical textbook. This secret sacrifice was the purest form of life-changing kindness, the kind that asks for absolutely nothing in return. If you're finding this story inspiring, please subscribe to the channel. We need more stories of life-changing kindness to go viral and change the world. Give us a like to help the algorithm spread this message. Leo didn't waste her life-changing kindness. He worked as a janitor at night, scrubbing hospital floors while studying anatomy charts he taped to his mop bucket. Every month, Elena sent him a letter. "The world needs your hands, Leo," she wrote. When he finally graduated as the top medical student, Elena was there. She was the only family he had in the audience, and he dedicated his degree to her life-changing kindness. Years turned into decades. Mrs. Elena retired to a small, lonely apartment. The town had forgotten her, but she still kept a small photo of Leo's graduation on her nightstand. One morning, a sharp pain gripped her chest. At the hospital, the news was grim. She needed an urgent heart transplant. The cost was astronomical. The social worker looked at her meager pension and sighed. "I'm sorry, you'll have to wait on the public list." Do you think it's fair that people who give their whole lives to society, like teachers, often end up with so little? Let us know your opinion in the comments. She lay in the ward, drifting in and out of sleep, when a group of doctors approached. At the head was the chief of cardiology, Dr. Leo Harrison. When he picked up her chart, he froze. He looked at the frail woman and saw the teacher who once gave a poor boy a reason to keep breathing. His eyes filled with tears as he realized he was looking at the source of all his success, the source of the life-changing kindness. "Teacher Elena?" he whispered. She opened her eyes, recognizing the spark in his gaze. "Leo, is that you?" He knelt by her bed and kissed her hand, ignoring the confused looks from his staff. "I told you I would pay you back, and today is the day." He didn't just authorize the surgery, he performed it himself, using every ounce of skill her life-changing kindness had allowed him to learn. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you believe in the power of gratitude. Sharing this video helps spread the message of life-changing kindness to more people. The surgery was a total success. During her recovery, Leo stayed by her side every night, just as she had stayed after school for him. He realized that while he had saved her physical heart, she had saved his soul years ago. This was the ultimate full circle of life-changing kindness. He knew his life's work was his way of honoring her sacrifice. When Elena woke up, she wasn't in a crowded ward, but in a private suite filled with flowers. On her table was a small package. Inside were 3 new notebooks and a note. The debt for the pencils was paid 30 years ago. Today, I am just a son taking care of his mother. Thank you for your life-changing kindness. What was your favorite part of this story? And what is the biggest lesson you learned today about life-changing kindness? Did it remind you of someone in your own life? Please share your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that their small acts of life-changing kindness truly matter. Tell us what you learned today in the comments. See you in the next video.